A good morning to everyone and welcome to Hicksville, Ohio. And we are here, of course, at the Riverside Cemetery. We are here getting ready for our annual Memorial Day program. As you can see, things are already set up. We will have a brief program, of course, a speaker joining us today. And as we head towards, I'm going to swing the camera around through the cemetery. Also approaching us, even as I speak, is the annual Memorial Day Parade, which stepped off from the Hicksville American Legion Hall at 10 o'clock this morning. They are making their way down towards the cemetery, so we'll have keep the iPad rolling here, and as I'll talk, you can see the parade as it arrives here at the cemetery. And then, of course, they'll get themselves in position, and shortly after that, the program will get underway. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. So glad to have you with me on this beautiful Memorial Day Monday. A little bit foggy earlier today, but the fog has burned away, and the skies have begun to clear, and the weathermen are saying that we should have ourselves just a beautiful Memorial Day Monday to enjoy today. I do want to also say a big thank you to the Hicksville American Legion Post 223, the Edward Smart Post, as well as the Legion Auxiliary and the Sons of the Hicksville American Legion. They are our exclusive underwriters bringing you our live stream coverage of the Memorial Day program on this Monday. And, of course, if you'd like to find out more about the Legion, you can either ask any Legion member or you can give them a call, 419-542-7295, and find out about they meet the first and third Mondays of every month. They have other events that go on throughout the month. You can find out more about their schedule, their meeting times, all of that by giving them a call. And, of course, you can always check the billboard out in front of the Legion Hall in Hicksville. And again, we want to thank American Legion Post number 223, our bronze-level underwriter, for bringing you the exclusive live coverage of our Memorial Day program on this Monday. I'm on the microphone right now, and of course, as things get a little closer, and as we get ready for the actual program, we'll go to the field microphones to bring you the speaker and the Memorial Day celebrations that go on, the wreath-laying ceremonies, and so forth. And as you can see, the parade inching closer. You can start to hear the band's drummers drumming right now. Try to zoom in a little bit to get you a little better view as the parade approaches the cemetery entrances. Again, the parade has representation from area law enforcement for both the Hicksville Police Department, the Defiance County Sheriffs, the Hicksville Fire and EMS departments. As you can see, the Legion Color Guard breaking away and heading up towards the speaker's dais. A lot of golf carts carrying veterans and representatives from other groups and organizations. Of course, the Hicksville High School Marching Band is part of the parade, along with their flag corps. I think the Scouts are here with us today as well. Pretty good representation for the community. I'm not sure if you can hear the band through my microphone. As they get a little closer, I'll turn the microphones on here on the iPad Pro, bring you some of the music. As you can see, already a pretty good crowd here lining the streets. Along the parade route, as I came in a little early this morning, people were already set up pretty early to get their good spots for the parade. So we'll see if the band starts up another song here. I'll flip over to the onboard mic so you can hear it a little bit better than you can over my handheld microphone. As you can see, a lot of the emergency vehicles, their lights on, bringing up the end of the parade. The band, of course, will be performing a couple of songs and playing taps as part of the ceremony this morning. Very nice for Mr. Zachary Kohlmeyer and the members of the Hicksville High School Marching Band to give up some of their time here on Memorial Day to participate in the parade. And we're getting to the various emergency vehicles, working their way towards the cemetery. For many of them, they will drive by and then make a quick circuit to head back to be on duty on this Memorial Day. But again, we appreciate so much our fire and EMS and police of all of our first responders. This is a day for them to remember their fallen as well. And again, once we get done with the parade, we'll spin the camera around and we will get ready for the actual program from here at the cemetery on this Monday morning. Again, Bill Murphy from Hicksville Community Television. My pleasure and privilege to be out here with you this morning on Memorial Day to remember what this day is all about. And a big thank you once again to Hicksville American Legion Post number 223, along with the Legion's Auxiliary and the Sons of the Hicksville American Legion, for being our exclusive underwriter, bringing you our live coverage on this Memorial Day Monday morning. Kind of a treat for the Hicksville Fire Department today. They finally received delivery of their Class A uniforms, so they'll be sporting those today for the first time. Looking sharp. And they're getting ready. They're testing the microphones behind me. So I'll try to get the last few vehicles. Oh, it looks like they might be sort of stopping here. Let's see, we've got the ambulance. Oh, they need to move a vehicle so that they can proceed down the roadway. And they got to wait for the pedestrians to clear in front of them. Okay, that's the reason why they stopped. I didn't realize there was a police vehicle blocking off and preventing traffic from coming down the road. And they needed to move that so that the remainder of the emergency vehicles could get by. All right. So the last ones are coming by. And we will pan around slowly. And you can see the crowd here that is gathered at the cemetery on this Memorial Day for this annual program. We'll back the camera out so that we can see everything. And, of course, as we move around, you can see the War Memorial where the wreaths will be laid coming up here shortly. And ahead of us, there's the podium. Veronica Hasso from the Hicksville Legion is going to be serving, I believe, as the Master of Ceremonies, and the color guard is there ready to go. And they've cleared us out an area, as you can see, for the camera. So we're hoping no one stands right in front of us as they get a little closer to getting things started. And again, once they do get ready, I will stop talking here and go on to the onboard microphones so you can hear much better. And then I'll be back, of course, a little bit later to close out our live broadcast this morning. And again, we're glad to have you with us. You're watching the Hicksville Memorial Day ceremony, coming to you live from our cemetery on Hicksville Community Television and here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Our live coverage brought to you this morning exclusively by our bronze level underwriter, the Hicksville American Legion Post number 223, the Edward Smart Post, along with the Hicksville American Legion Auxiliary and the Hicksville Sun, or the Sons of the Hicksville American Legion as well. I want to thank them for their support, allowing us to bring you our coverage today. And as you can see, the guest speaker is here, and they're making their final preparations to get underway with the program. You can see the band is situated themselves just over to my right, and they will be playing a couple of tunes. As we'll get ready to get going here. And we may have to speak to a couple people to get them to move. No, I'm good. I just need to ask this lady to move. All right. And it looks like we are about ready to get underway.
Oh, it's on now. Good, everybody, and welcome to our Memorial Day ceremony here in Hicksville, Ohio. If you look around, there are a few coolers placed without the crowd that have water. If anybody needs water, please take some water, get nourished, and all of that. Thank you. At this time, we're going to start out with the Hicksville Band. Comrades, this day is sacred with the almost visible presence of those who have gone before us. We honor the memory of those who have gone, who gave their lives in the service of our country, and of those others who have dropped their burdens by the wayside of life and are gone to their eternal rest. May the ceremonies of today deepen our reverence for our dead. Let us renew our pledge of loyalty to our country and its flag. Let us resolve by word and deed to emphasize the privilege and the duty of patriotism. Chaplain?
Let us pray. Almighty and merciful God, Father of all, amidst these monuments of the dead, we see thy hand. In the depth of our sorrow, we realize the truth of the inspired words. I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. As comrade after comrade depart, we march on with ranks grown thinner. Help us to be faithful unto thee and to one another. We beseech thee, look in mercy upon all of us here assembled, and with thine own tenderness console and comfort those bereaved by the hand of death. Heavenly Father, bless our country with freedom, peace, and righteousness, and may we all meet at last before thine throne of grace in heaven. And to thy great name shall we praise forever and ever. Amen.
Hicksville Band? Again, welcome. It is so nice to see so many out there today. We are going to start with our flower ceremony. If we could have the DAR rep please come up.
Well, good morning, all. I'm glad to see you made it out. It was a foggy morning to start with, but we've all cleared up now. I started doing this 2 years ago, and so 2 years ago, I told you about the Daughters of the DAR, the Daughters of the American Revolution, also the Sons of the American Revolution, in which everybody can trace their ancestry back to somebody who served in the Revolutionary War. And today, both groups do things in service for this country as we support the Constitution of this country. Then last year, I talked about wreaths across America. And I want to say the first time we did the wreaths here, we had 60. Last year, it doubled to 120. So as you can see by the many flags around, it would be nice if we can continue to increase this number, because I've learned there's over 400 veterans here in the cemetery. And the theme for this year for the Wreaths Across America is Remember Me. And to donate to a wreath, it's like $17 per wreath. And if we have information with our group, the Joe Frost chapter of the DAR, or you can go on the web and look it up, or you can go on Facebook to get the information. May, if you aren't aware of it, is considered Armed Services Month. The third Sunday in May, we honor those currently serving in the country, for our country. November 11th is Veterans Day, and we honor those who have served. But today, the first Monday of May, we honor those who gave their life in service to this country. So therefore, I have a problem saying Happy Memorial Day. I can say Thankful Memorial Day, I can say Be Thoughtful, but I can't say Happy, because we are commemorating people who died in service to this country. And the way this started out was back, and if you see that monument went back to the Civil War, and General John Logan, commander of the Grand Army of the Republic, on May 5th, 1868, designated May 30th as a day for the purpose of strewing with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in defense of their country during the late rebellion, and whose bodies lie in almost every city, village, and hamlet churchyard in the land. Originally it was called Decoration Day, but by World War I, it became known as Memorial Day, and in 1968, President Johnson signed legislation that took effect in 1971, making the last day of May the Memorial Day. And this country has had and continues to have many Gold Star families, which means their family member died in service to this country. Another thing, and the band started out with it, which was the national anthem. And I don't know how many of you know, everybody sings the national anthem. And I don't know if you sang along with the band mentally or not, but the national anthem started back in, when Francis Scott Key wrote it in 1841 in the War of 1812, and in 1931 it became our national anthem. How many of you know that there's actually 4 verses to the national anthem? Anybody raise their hand and know there's 4 verses? There's a few. And I would like to do, well, I'm not going to do the first verse, because you already heard the first verse if you sang along with the band. But I think the rest of them are important, and we in the DAR, we're always reciting the first verse. We now recite the last verse when we have our meetings. So I'm going to start with the second one, and you've got to remember some of this relates to the happenings of the time of the War of 1812, when the British were trying to take our country over again, and we said no. So it says, and this is Francis Scott Key, again, looking at the flag. It says, on the shore dimly lit through the mists of the deep, where the foe's haughty host in dread silent reposes, what is that which the breeze over towering steep, as it fitly flows, half concealed, half discloses? Now it catches the gleam of the morning's first beam, in full glory reflected, now shines in the stream. 'Tis the star-spangled banner, oh long may it wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. And where is that band who so valiantly swore that the havoc of war and battle's confusion, a home and a country should leave us no more? Their blood has washed out their foul footsteps pollution. No refuge can save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. And the star-spangled banner in triumph doth wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. So really now listen to the last verse, because it really applies now for us. Oh, thus may it ever, when free men shall stand between their love's home and the war's desolation. Blessed with victory and peace, may the heavens rescued land praise power that hath made and preserved us a nation. Then conquer we must, when our cause it is just. And this be our motto, in God is our trust. And the star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. And that's what our men and women in service are, and that's what we want to celebrate, is our flag and our country and our Constitution and the freedom we have, and today giving honor to those who died in memory in the help of having a free country that we have now. Thank you.
Hicksville Fire and Police. Boys and Girl Scouts of America. Hicksville Eagles.
Each Memorial Day, we strive to bring into this community the very spirit of the services held at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. We do not know the imminence of his birth, but we do know the glory of his death. So granite walls guard eternally the body of the patriot who served and died. Whether he was Catholic, Protestant, or Jew, native-born or adopted son is not of record. Whether he comes from a humble home or one of wealth, a place where inland rivers flow or from where an ocean lays, no one knows. But each mother whose son's name is marked on our country's roster, place a burial unknown, may with equal justice claim as her own the patriot who sleeps in this sacred tomb. Every mother who gave a flag, every mother who gave a life for the flag, has the right to share in the glory that hallows this mausoleum. Every person in his heart proclaims the patriotism glow, is ever mindful of the sacrifices that gave us this glorious heritage. Let us here highly resolve that our dead shall not have died in vain.
Our guest speaker is a young man from Sherwood, Ohio. His name is Corporal Christopher Sparks. He is serving out of Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Officer Christopher Sparks. Graduated from Fairview High School. Now I'm in the Marine Corps, and I've done 3 years so far. It's going good. But thank you for being here today. It's a privilege to speak in front of you all, representing all the men and women in the armed forces. But today is not for us. Sorry. Today is not for those who can stand here today. Today is for the ones that have fallen. For many Americans, Memorial Day marks the unofficial start of summer. It's a weekend of barbecues, baseball games, time spent at the lake, and gathering with family. As someone who serves, I want to tell you, please enjoy those moments. Embrace the joy of this weekend, the peace and freedom that allow you to gather with your loved ones in safety, are exactly what the fallen brothers and sisters gave their lives for. They fought for your right to live fully, freely, and happily. However, we ask that somewhere amidst the celebrations, you take a quiet moment to understand the heavy price tag attached to those freedoms. There is often a divide between the military and civilian world. Less than 1% of our nation wears a uniform today. Because of that, the true weight of Memorial Day can sometimes feel distant to those who have to serve. It can be easy to look at the statistics of past wars and see just numbers in a history book. Or look at the monuments and see only stone. For those of us in the military, Memorial Day is deeply personal. The heroes who we remember today were not invincible figures in a movie. They were ordinary Americans who answered an extraordinary call. They were the kids who bagged your groceries, the valedictorians at your high school, the parent coaching Little League, and the quiet neighbor down the street. To us, they were our bunkmates, our mentors, our closest friends. We remember their laughs, their ambitions, and the futures that they were supposed to have. When a service member pays the ultimate sacrifice, the ripple effect is devastating. It leaves an empty chair at the dinner table in any town. It leaves Gold Star families, parents, spouses, and children carrying a burden of grief that the rest of the nation scarcely can comprehend. Their sacrifice did not end that day, though everyone's fell. They live that sacrifice every single day. So how do we, as a nation, military and civilian alike, properly honor a debt we can never truly repay? We do it through remembrance, but more importantly, we do it through our actions. You do not need to wear a uniform to serve your country. You honor the fallen by being engaged citizens. You honor them by voting, by serving your community, and looking out for one another. And by refusing to take the liberties we enjoy for granted. You honor them by ensuring that this country remains a place worth fighting for. Today, as you leave this gathering and return to your families and your traditions, carry their memories with you, speak their names, and most importantly, teach your children about the cost of freedom. Thank you for taking the time to stand with us today, and may God bless the families of the fallen, and God bless the United States of America.
Now we are going to do the firing squad and tap. That concludes our Memorial Day ceremony for today. I so appreciate everyone that came out here today to watch our ceremony. As you go home, please be safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and God bless.
And with that, we will conclude the Memorial Day ceremonies for this Monday, Memorial Day 2026. And I will second Ms. Hasso's wish for all of you to have a safe and happy Memorial Day. Enjoy your time with your friends and your families. And so we close out. I do want to say one more thank you as well to the exclusive underwriter for today's live coverage here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel, making it possible for us to be out here, and that, of course, is the Hicksville American Legion, post number 223, the Edward Smart Post, along with the Hicksville Legion Auxiliary and the Sons of the Hicksville American Legion. We want to thank them all. And again, if you'd like more information, it's 419-542-7295. They meet on the first and third Mondays of every month. They have other events throughout the month as well, their canteen, whatever. And if you'd like to find out more, you can give them a call, or again, just talk to any member of the Legion Auxiliary, or the Sons of the American Legion. And again, we thank them so very much for their bronze level underwriting of HIX-TV and their exclusive sponsorship of our live stream on this Memorial Day Monday. So with that, we're going to wrap it off, and I'm going to head out into my Memorial Day weekend as well. Again, thanks so much for joining us on this Monday. A big thank you to all of the people who are here, the members walking in the parade, the people that were in the color guard, Veronica Hasso serving as Master of Ceremonies, all the representatives of the various associations who laid their wreaths and flowers at the War Memorial, the Hicksville High School marching bands, and all of our first responders as well. And, of course, to all of our current past servicemen and the families of the fallen. So with that, we'll wrap it up. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, everybody. Enjoy this beautiful day to kick off the unofficial start of summer of 2026. And as for me, well, I'm going to head out as well. I'll be talking to you again real soon. I think our next live update comes your way next Wednesday. We'll do the weekly live update. Don't forget, 1 week from yesterday, on the 31st, we'll be live from the Hicksville High School with the 2026 commencement ceremony. So with that, again, safe travels on to this holiday weekend if you are going to be on the road. If not, again, just enjoy the day. Take care, stay safe, and I'll talk to you again real soon right here on HIX-TV.